Lilav.
I say our students, can I have everyone's attention, please? We are... Teachers, please help me out. Thank you very much. We are truly honored today as we introduce... I'm just waiting for about 15 more people. Shh, we're almost there. Teachers, please help me out. Shh. As we introduce our theme of the year and celebrate Yerushalayim at 50, what a beautiful honor it is to be joined by the mayor of the city of Yerushalayim. Please welcome Rosh Ha'ir Nir Barkat. We'll hear from the mayor in a moment, as is appropriate for this ceremony. We ask everyone to rise quietly and join us for the singing of Hatikva. Vayetze Yaakov mi Be'er Sheva Vayelech Harana. Famous words of Rashi teach us that when significant people, when tzaddikim leave a place, that makes a roshem, that makes an impression. And when significant people come to a place, that makes an impression. Three years ago, we stood here on these steps, and we were meet Palel for three boys, Ayal, Gilad, and Naphtali. And unfortunately, those tefillot were not answered the way we wanted them to be answered. And we joined the entire world that sadness that we shared with the families, Mishpachat Shaya, Mishpachat Yifrach, and Mishpachat Frankel. And one thing that the Frankels and the other families committed to doing after that incredibly and unbearably difficult experience is to recognize that it brought people together, that it brought the Jewish people together, that it brought the world together, and that made an impression. So with the encouragement of Mayor Barkat, those families decided to commit their time, and they found partners, including Gesher and the UJA Federation, to support it, to make sure that that unity was not lost. So we have significant people here today who deeply make an impression on us as we celebrate Yerushalayim. But you know, sometimes people make an impression on a city, and sometimes the city makes an impression on people. And the reason why we're focusing on Yerushalayim this year is because for us, Yerushalayim Orah Shel Olam, and we want some of the light of Yerushalayim to be brought here, to be brought to our communities, and to be brought to other places in the world. So we're honored to have the Frenkels here today. We're honored to have the mayor here today. And we'd like to introduce you to some of our students as we formally kick off this theme of the year this morning. Thank you.
Am Yisrael has had a special connection to Yerushalayim for thousands of years. Har HaMoriah was the site of Akedat Yitzchak and Chalom Yaakov.
David HaMelech returned the Aron Kodesh to Yerushalayim and declared it to be the capital of the Jewish people.
Shlomo HaMelech built the Beit HaMikdash on Har HaMoriah, and Jews from all over Eretz Yisrael would come to the Beit HaMikdash to serve Hashem. When the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, Am Yisrael were forced into Galut. As we passed Kever Rachel, she cried out to Hashem and begged him to allow us to return to Israel.
Sure.
The streets of Yerushalayim have very special
One
names.
second.
The streets of Yerushalayim have very special names. Some are named for characters from Tanakh, some for Torah giants, and some for modern Israeli heroes. There is one street called Kaftet November. Why would there be a street with an English date? What happened on November 29th, 1947?
The nations of the UN voted and declared that the Jewish people should have a state of their own. This was a cause for great joy for Jews throughout the world, for now we could go to Israel. But the UN also decided that Yerushalayim would not be under Jewish control.
Almost 50 years ago, Israel was attacked on June 5th, 1967. As the brave soldiers of Tzahal fought back, they were able to gain control of the old city of Yerushalayim. For the first time in their lives, these young Chayalim stood in front of the Kotel.
ברגע זה אנו עוברים את שער האריות. אנחנו בתוך העיר העתיקה. אנחנו בתוך העיר העתיקה. הר הבית בידינו, כאן תלמיד, הר הבית בידינו. פירות צריך שבאנו, כל הכבוד, כל הכבוד.
Welcome. Now today, 50 years later in SAR, we celebrate our deep and powerful love for the city of Yerushalayim.
SAR students, please join me in asking Rosh Hayanir Barkat to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Krauss. Shalom, everyone. I actually feel at home, like as if though I'm still in Jerusalem. The love that you all show, the emotions you have for our city, warms my heart. I just left Jerusalem yesterday, and this is my first stop here in the United States. And let me ask a question a second. Please, whoever here from the kids has been at least once in his lifetime in Jerusalem, raise your hand. Wow. And who has not yet been to Jerusalem? With emphasis on yet? A few kids. Well, very soon, hopefully, we'll see you as well. You know, we're celebrating 50 years since the reunification of the city. And today, when you come to Yerushalayim, you will see a city alive with culture and people and schools. And you go to our holy sites, to the Kotel, and to other places. You know, I want to tell you something. Never take it for granted. I remember myself, 50 years ago, approximately your age, I was 7 years old, when the war began, the 67 Six-Day War. My house was a few hundred yards from the demilitarized zone between Jordan and Israel. And the war started about a kilometer away from my home. It's less than a mile. I remember as a child, and at the time, Israel was attacked by 5 Arab armies that wanted to destroy us. And as a 7-year-old, we didn't have a shelter at home, so my parents put us underneath the bed. And for a few days, we spent time underneath the bed, waiting for the war to be over. I remember the brave soldiers, the paratroopers, that reunited the city, as you just saw in that important film. And imagine, at the end of the war, I said earlier when we met, I saw the adults, my parents and our friends, crying, and I couldn't understand. Why were the adults crying when we won the war? They were so excited that after 2,000 years, when Jerusalem did not function as the heart and soul of the Jewish people, it was conquered, conquer after conquer. Nobody ever really understood, like we, the Jewish people, understand the importance and the role of the city of Jerusalem. And thank God, once it was reunited 50 years ago, we've been building it and developing the city of Jerusalem for the benefit of all people, Jews from all over the world. And we open up Jerusalem for the benefit of the world to enjoy. And the success of Jerusalem is not just important for its residents. As the capital of the Jewish people, the heart and soul of the Jewish people and the state of Israel, Jerusalem is also important for over 5 billion people around the world. They all look at Jerusalem to see the success story of our city. And so I'm here today with a lot of honor and pride to bring you blessings from Yerushalayim. We're entering the 50 years, the Jubilee of the reunification of the city of Jerusalem. And just remember one thing, kids. Although you live here in the United States, the city belongs to you as much as it belongs to any other Jew around the world. Yerushalayim is not only a sacred city, it's a city that gets people together, that unites people. And that's our commitment to its future. I, as mayor, and the national government, we're working very, very hard to make Jerusalem more and more successful for the benefit of the next generations. And we will defend it, and we will build it, and we'll develop it. And last, I want to, you know the famous blessing in Hebrew, Leshana Ba'a Yerushalayim abnuya. So I want to wish all of you not only Lashana Ba'a, but also this year, Yerushalayim abnuya. God bless you all. Thank you for caring about Jerusalem. It's a big honor for me to be here. Thank you.
Very much. Please join together. You learned these words over the last couple of weeks. Please join together. Screen will help you out.
Avir harim tzaluk hayayin v'reach oranim nisa beruach ha'arbayim im kol pamonim ubetar dematilan va'eved shvuya b'chaloma Yair asher badad yoshevet uveliba choma One more time. Yerushalayim v'shel necha Kinor Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel hor Halo lechol shirayi ani kino.
Thank you very much to our choir, to Sharon Sturm, to Chazan Shem. Please return to your classes. 7th and 8th graders will be joined by students of other schools.
Yerushalayim ircha hoy v'rachamim tashu tishkon b'tocha kasher dibarta